What's up, everyone? This is Tatum. I'm back with another episode of Off the Wall. For those that's new to my channel, Off the Wall is my segment where I like to go through my record collection and talk about what these records mean to me and why they're in my collection to begin with. And today is so fucking special. I'm about to go into full fan mode. I should put a warning. Fan mode is about to happen. Tonight, I'm gonna discuss an album that's for people who know me know how much this album means to me and how much of a fan of this artist I am. And without further ado, as you can see, today I'm doing Off the Wall on Mase, Harlem World.
You ready, Mase? Party people!
And it's fucking amazing because it's its 25th year anniversary today, and I feel like this is the perfect time. The perfect time. So I got this album on for cheap on I forget the vinyl website, but I got this infatuation of collecting albums like from the time they came out. So I'll try to find the Mase Harlem World album from '97. I just think it just feels better. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any booklet. It's just the vinyls. Just classic bad boy shit. Harlem World. You see the back of it. Classic. You gotta understand, this was the first CD I had as a kid. I remember for Christmas, my mom bought me Usher's My Way CD and Mase Harlem World because I got a CD Walkman in '97. So this album and this time means so much to me. Bro, I asked my mom for Air Forces with the jail emblem on it just because the More Money, More Problems video. I was infatuated with fucking Bad Boy, Mase, Puffy, all that shit. It was just watching those videos at 7 years old, just oh my God, these guys are fucking superheroes. They're jumping out of planes. They're dancing with J-Lo. They're dancing in the fucking sand. It was so much black excellence and greatness, just ball shit shown on the television screen that it fucked me up for life. Now I'm just all about flossing. This fucking album though is a fucking classic for many reasons. It's the first album. Well, not first because Puff Daddy and the Family dropped out their Life After Death, but it's the first rapper offering on Bad Boy after the death of Notorious B.I.G. And I think Mase even got a line on here. He's like, "I'm not here to replace Notorious" or some things like that. And it's kind of crazy that Biggie didn't even make it to this album. But this one was the torch of Bad Boy. If this one didn't work, who knows what the legacy of Bad Boy would have been up to that point. Because you got to think that was 96, 97, 97, 98. So it was a lot weighing on this album. And I think it was the perfect album for the perfect time. Let me pull up the track listing real fast. I told you I'm about to fan out. It was the perfect music for the time we were in, especially in hip hop. We're coming off the deaths of Tupac and Biggie, and it was just so much East Coast versus West. It was so much negativity in the air, and just the stench of that on hip hop was just crazy at the time. So to have Mase come out of Harlem with this, what I would like to put it, just simple raps. For me as a 7-year-old, I love Mase because I understood everything he was saying. It was not and it's a skill to that as well. I wish people, how people just put down simple, what you know about going out head west, Redlex TVs. Imagine how many times that's been used in rap, and the fact that he said that on that beat, that beat is cringy, kinda. You know what I mean? Love the original song, but the beat itself for rap is kind of jiggy, So, even the second verse on there, you can't understand, we be rock, kiki, sipping DP to the TV, look 3D, just killing that shit, right? And another thing you got to give Mase credit for, again, I told you I'm just going to fan out. Another thing you got to give Mase credit for was that slow flow, that slow bop that later on you hear the artists like Fabulous take and run with, or 50 Cent take and run with. It was It introduced just a new bop to rap. The whole thing of this album that I'm realizing listening back to it, you could tell Mase was dealing with a lot of jealousy at the time. Like when you listen to the Bad Boy album, especially the rap ones back in the 90s, whether it was even Ready to Die for referral, but if you like start at, when did the Mad Rapper start? Like Life After Death? So you see the whole thing was like everybody just hates on Bad Boy. Like even if you look at Life After Death, you get the Mad Rapper on there at the awards, at the television show, and like hating on Biggie and Puff, and then you get the Puff Daddy and the Family, and you hear him like this nigga jumping off motorcycles, and you hear the Mad Producer, then you get the Mase joint, and you hear the Mad Producer like, yeah, I produced some shit on this album. He's like, you gave him my shit. Like those are the funniest skits on the planet. But it was a lot of like, to start your album off, after the Puffy intro, and you get into do you want to get money, and it just all this money that we can make, why y'all cats want to play it, hey, you want to get money. And shout out to Kelly Price, she was doing like all the best hooks back in that time, from More Money More Problems to this to working with Mariah Carey. I just did a Mariah Carey review on Daydream, and I forgot she was on that album. You listen to songs like Will They Die For You featuring Puffy and Lil' Kim, and I think Mase was the best rapper to write for Puffy. I think like just both of them having that Harlem swag, like you can hear Puffy just sounds more comfortable singing Mase raps more than anybody. I feel like when he sings Mase raps, I kind of forget they're Mase raps. When Puffy sings another person rap, you be like, okay, I could tell Jadakiss wrote that. You know what I mean? Looking at Me, one of the first, I know we credit Nori for Super Thug a lot, but people forget that Neptunes produced Looking at Me on Mase album in 97. So it had to be done in 96. You know what I mean? Like people forget it. Even listening back to that hook that Puffy singing, you can hear like, that's Pharrell. Before we knew who Pharrell was, why you over there looking at me? Why am I standing here? That could be a nerd hook. Now, the thing I understand, if I do have some gripes, it would be the same thing I love, because you get the songs like, I do love Love You So Much. I ain't even gonna front. It's so jiggy, like, but he's killing this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you listen to what he's saying, he's killing the shit. The Playaway featuring 8 Ball and MJG, like, nobody expected that. And it's funny, later down the line, they end up signing with Bad Boy. Kicking up dust in my polo boots. And I think Mase had the best verse on there. I go Mase, 8 Ball, and then out MJG. Besides the, like, the white girl interlude, which is funny, like, they played on the artist that there was. Mase was like the pretty boy ladies love, the niggas hate. So they really fed on that for the album. So the skits, you get the white girl, you get the hater skit, you get niggas wanna act with Busta Rhymes. I forgot about fucking DMX being on track 3. You niggas wanna front, I'ma make noise. You niggas run their mouth, I'ma break jaws. One of the first time we hear DMX. It's a lot of stuff on this album that we don't give Mase credit for, but it was like, looking back in retrospect, it was like, oh yeah, there's the DMX feature twice, because you get DMX again on 24 Hours to Live. You get Kelly Price on there. You get Pharrell and the Neptunes. You get 8 Ball and MJG on there. Niggas Want to Act with Busta Rhymes is just crazy. It's dope to just have Busta Rhymes on that hook. Feel So Good again with Kelly Price. Again, Feel So Good, classic. What You Want, classic. What You Want, and I always say this, I really don't like rappers rapping about like their girlfriends and shit, because it always comes off really cheesy. But Mase did that shit perfectly. Only 2 people I really want to hear that shit from is LL Cool J and Mase. Like, Mase, when a man want to see you doing good, I don't want to get rich, leave you in the hood, girl. Like, the reason why I love you, you don't like me 'cause my status. I don't want, like, that slow flow right there will forever make those records classic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just perfect. And with that James Brown flip, it's crazy. You know, I always thought it was funny that Jay-Z's featured on Cheat on You. And obviously they have friction, right? But on the same album, Mase even says, like, don't really fuck with Dame, but I still cop Jigga. That's a funny thing. Need to Be, it's a wild record. I'll just say that. Go listen to that on your own time. Why You Really Want to Hurt Mase? Like, listen to the... Why You Want to, the last songs he in, like, look at this, 24 Hours to Live, Watch Your Back, skit, want to hurt Mase, jealous guys. You could tell the mindset that he was in. He probably felt like everybody was just like, even if you listen to the $1 million worth of game interview where he talks about, and Cam talks about it too as well, just like coming into new money and everybody wanted something from you, and the skit, like, man, that nigga's supposed to take me on tour. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that crabs in a barrel shit. You know what I mean? I remember I loving Jealous Guy with 112 and Puffy. It kind of reminded me of what's the one off Life After Death? With Biggie and Puffy. It's literally the same kind of song. But he ended with that, which is funny. Let me get into some of my favorite songs, man. Take What's Yours, Looking at Me, What You Want, Feel So Good, 24 Hours. 24 Hours to Live. When I was a kid, hearing that concept for the first time, I was like, this is the best concept ever. They're making a song about the last 24 hours of their life. Like, that's a crazy dope concept. And the Lox, Black Rob, and DMX, Mase as well, all spazzed on it. I think all their verses were just perfect. Just perfect. Everybody nailed the assignment on that. Worst song, I love this album. I think it's classic, so it's going to be really hard for me to pick one. Cheat on You. Cheat on You. I don't like that song. Produced by Jermaine Dupri, but I don't like that song. Which makes sense because later Mase got the label deal with Jermaine Dupri. Best line, shit. Little kids see me way out in DC with a Z3 Chrome BBs. They want to be me. That one just stuck to me because I'm from DC. But you know what's one of my favorite lines? He says, fuck the side, I'm wavy on top, Mercedes drop. Black 380s cock to the day I get knocked. When I die, all I ask, dress me flying neatly and brush my waves so I'm handsome when the bitches greet me. Word from the rise, niggas jerk pies, we hurt them guys. Bust lead to skin they head, leave them circumcised. So how you want to settle this rapping and all some ghetto shit? You can have it your way with mics or with metal shit. Come on, man. Murder Mase. Let's wrap this up, though.
I want you to ask yourself one question.
In closing, man, I'm just grateful to have this album. I'm gonna get it's a 25th anniversary version that comes out the top of November, that they have the 2 vinyls that's like baby blue, like the cover, and I'm gonna get that one too because the vinyl just looks so beautiful. But I'm glad to have this original one, just this album in general in my collection, man. It's literally my first CD, my first rap CD, so that nostalgia alone just that nostalgia alone means everything. And I don't think Mase like gets his recognition, man. That you got to understand the history of this shit. Like, looking back at it, I just mentioned the Neptune's on here, DMX on here twice, Kelly Price. These things are like the slow flow, the jigginess, just that Harlem swag he brought to the game, I think needs to be complimented and needs to be recognized. And it is a piece in hip-hop history. You know what I mean? When they go through the years, you know how Complex does this thing of like rappers of the year. I'm going to go through it. Mase has to be like the number 1 rapper in 97. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. But in the history of rap, when you go year by year, you can't skip over them. You know? And it's a lot of rappers you can't skip over. But you can't skip over him because he changed shit. It's only few niggas that change shit in this culture. It's a few. And everybody else is just like the babies of it. You know what I mean? And then, we get people who take shit and then create more shit. But it's only a few that actually change shit. And I think this album and that run that Bad Boy had with Mase, with Puffy, with Biggie, even with the Lox, for real, even Black Rob's first album, you crazy? G-Dep's album, Sean's first album. Like, Bad Boy had a great fucking run of fucking great hip-hop albums from 97 up to probably 2000, 2001. But yeah, man, I'm just glad to have this in my collection. And I'm going to go put this back on my wall. I feel like this video is for me. Like, this is the one, and I get it. You know how they say you do, like an actor does 2 for the studio. They give you 1 movie for yourself. This is my movie for myself. This is the one that I want to do. I don't care what the views are going to be. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite records from Mase on this album, Harlem World. And do you remember that time? Tell me about that time. Man, they were in fucking shiny suits, green suits, and fucking Vegas, Hype Williams made that shit look like the best shit on the planet Earth. Yeah, the shiny suit era. But that's pretty much it, man. I'm Tatum. That's Mace. Peace.